It is a top dream map for Space Station Gaming. They actually do like Border quite a bit. Right? They play it, they like it. But the thing is, they might play it, they might like it. Is this still the best choice, though, against a team like Latin America? For a while, we said this about Bank, you know, back in the day when Bank was being played. It was the playground of Latin America. And to some extent, we could also say that about other aggressive maps. And of course, LATAM as a region has evolved a whole lot. I mean, they have
what's that, Amir? What's that, Tundra?
the last 2 years, they are definitely like
We are here,
on the
baby.
strategy level as well.
Reveals
But that
coming
deadliness,
soon.
That aggressiveness, that never went. That always stayed with them, and that is going to be the big fear in this matchup.
Now, you and I cast the BDS versus SSG game that happened earlier on in the day, and it was on Cafe in the first half.
Amir, you were a moron.
Generally towards SSG's favor. They were
Genuinely.
quick to respond. It turned into Yeti versus Shaiko in the first half, and Yeti unfortunately could not quite find his feet in the second. They suffered because of it. And if we're going to talk about the importance of your gunners be gunning, I mean, we saw him warming up there. You could see the focus of a man who knows just how important this game is for his team's hopes.
There is something I have to say, though.
Say it.
We're going to stream B because we're having a tech issue. So we are going to be tossing it over.
Isn't the reveal right now? I thought the reveal was in like 30 or about 40 minutes, I guess. So probably, yeah, after this game, I guess.
And enjoy the game that's going on the other side.
Sending it out against Lycolis and eliminating the smoke as well, so a big piece of the utility eliminated from this potential situation also. I9 still going to be a threat from the inside of Freezer, but that secondary
America time, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
Keep it together, and Shiro and Lycofax strike again, leaving it all onto BG Man now for a 1v3.
What was my role in Pro League? I played pretty much every role at some point or another.
Against it as he moves forward, finally takes another duel versus Lycofax, and he'll end it out for BDS on this round.
Fantastic.
At one point or another,
for BDS,
I basically played everything.
Especially for Lycofax to be able to get his play going on down low. That's what BDS were waiting for. He was kind of the fuse to the powder keg there as they were looking for that initial pick, whether it came via frag grenade or him pushing up white stairs as soon as they went for the execute. Either way, that's how that was going to end
gunners.
up down low.
I actually, at one point, I used to, yes.
You can abuse that white stairs.
I used to run in and play Ash.
And occupy those angles down low, so if somebody does misstep, you get a free kill, or she does have those frag grenades as well, so she's just so useful in positions like that.
Down a little bit.
BDS has taken charge.
This is going to be a good game, honestly. Fury versus BDS.
Fury, of course, not going to go for a retry on that upstairs hold, just not really having enough presence towards the late round there for them to put up enough of a fight, so they feel it's not worth retrying in this department. They're going to keep rotating.
See what they're doing here.
Bringing the same philosophy that we've seen quite a few other teams use, where even if it's a relatively close round, they'll continue to rotate through the initial 3 sites. Then, if it goes horribly wrong, they can call for a tactical pause, get their coach's input on how all 3 of those sites have played out.
Called soccer at the U.S. Yeah, I'm fine with that, you know. Listen, dude.
Things up over there, so it's
fine with that.
To us. I'm quaking in my boots. Team BDS versus Fury, guys. Welcome on board.
I know. I'm excited for the new season reveal too, and we do have drops, which is sick. So.
Don't know really what you're doing on Twitch.
Dorps,
so
dorps, dorps.
Because it is a
we have dorps.
You won't miss a moment of action because Blue, there's been quite a bit of action in this game, hasn't there?
Indeed there has. Fury starting things out with that surprising first 2 rounds going into their favor, mainly off of the backs of 7 kills in those first 2 rounds coming out of Dark. But let's focus back up on this round here. It's I9 getting the better of Lycofax on the outside there of the rappel, taking him down initially and giving Fury that opening advantage to play with yet again. No room for a BDS response to be seen to that kill, unfortunately.
Well, we will have a Limbs on the mid-level here, breaking up some walls and trying to set up some flank drones to make sure his team doesn't get punished if they want to try and join him. Lots of angles to work its way down into kitchen, but after that initial pick,
I do know everything for the new season yet. I can't spoil though. All I can tell you is we're gonna watch the reveal together in a little bit. That's about it. That's about all I can tell you, dude.
With those angles like we were talking about previously, end up picking up Hajime, and that's going to be the Kaid going down. Those Electro Claws obviously still will stick around, but he will no longer be able to assist.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be able to see, like, the reveal is supposed to be, like, I would guess after this game, because the reveal is supposed to be in 37 minutes.
Fury trying to play this defense much more horizontally oriented anyways. That's not the end of the world as far as Fury is concerned.
This hoodie looks comfortable. It is very comfy, actually. It's gonna Kane.
BDS are, in some extent, going to permanently commit to, and at least one player probably going to stick around on the inside of the dining room, but
I do. I don't like. Okay, just to be fair, I don't know like every single detail of every single thing. But pretty much yes. Shade Slayer, thank the 49 month 3 sub. Welcome back. Yo, hell yeah, saw the new season already. Yes. I'm just I can't. I mean, there's probably stuff that I didn't see either, right? Because they give this is the full reveal, so there's probably also things that I have not seen either. So.
For Bride to put down this plant, a long angle adopted.
Sunshine, it's early for me. It is early for me, but this is one of the like most important. This is one of the most this is one of the biggest like season reveals like pretty much ever in the history of this game. I mean, cross progression, rank 2.0. What is happening?
Right up on top of the case. It's enough to first challenge, but keep in mind, Ranchiro still down for the count. He's realistically alone in this situation here. The first stop over his teammate.
BSS Wakeless, like Trent 42 months, and Taxi for the Prime sub.
Here in the second half.
Bride, an R6 classic player, has been so good for so very long and showing it off once again here for Team BDS. Bride pulling a rabbit out of a hat, able to claim round 8. It's going to be a 5-3 diff here for BDS as these offenses have been looking quite.
Oh, by the way, chat. Not only do we have drops, we have exclusive. We have exclusive drops here too. We have exclusive drops today. So the drops that we have today are there's like a skin. I'm like blanking out on what it is. I know I looked at it already. I'll look it up again. It is like I think it looks like some type of let's see about this drop. Looks like a Cav skin maybe or something. Oh yeah, it's an exclusive Cav skin and charm. So it looks like a uniform, a headgear, and a charm.
Mainly off of the entry power from Dark, who has only, and again, this is an unfortunate stat, truth. Dark's only got 1 kill since round 2.
Oh my, that is absolutely true. Indeed. Oh, really hope that we can see Dark try and get something, some semblance of himself.
I bought good morning, Sunshine. I can smell your morning breath through my screen. Thank you.
Of shoes, you have to go about the game in a completely different way, but we really hope to still see him try
on fire
when it comes to the fragging. In fact, we'll be
on napkin.
Lots of soft destruction here.
Reveal is supposed to be in like 30 minutes roughly, so.
The good news is, even with Dark, of course, fading off a little bit, we have seen I9 step to the plate and bring up a little bit more of a consistent fragging.
They give you, by the way, so the like they give you every skin when you're on land to unlock. So that's why like a lot of these guys have all these like super rare skins and charms and stuff.
Just off of my observations so far from this game.
Do I do Azra's challenges? Yeah, I just did one yesterday.
Take down some of those pivotal held positions by Fury closer to the site, and then leaves at least 2 to 3 other players kind of outrun island on their own, because the initial player that was taken down would have been there to trade or similar to that.
Mr. Cool, they dropped 13 months. Welcome back. Said that Ubisoft is finally allowing streamers to co-stream events. I know, dude. Finally.
BDS, but at the same time, BDS also
that is awesome.
Respect over so they can drone things out for themselves and not get surprised by any plans Fury may have.
Yeah, you really have.
Very much appreciated from Ubi.
Advantageous position or something for BDS to be on because they have control of the drones, so they can suss out a lot of what Fury's.
Well, GG's MXQ.
They can get away with a lot. You get rid of those default cameras, and now all of a sudden.
Am I tired? A little bit. Honestly, I'm not that tired though. I'm really excited for like the full reveal. This is like one of the most, like this is probably like the biggest update in the history of the game for a single update.
On the defense, as it's decently set in stone for your squad and offense, you're kind of free flowing the whole time. But past that, though, having those drones at your disposal for the offense is definitely.
What do you mean, good joke, bro? Rank 2.0, crossplay, cross progression, new map, new operator.
Meets his fate. BG man Is he going to suffer the same? A frag grenade out.
Get out of here.
He did indeed.
Get out of
He's back to
here.
contest it yet again, but Shaiko, right through his head. BG man goes down. Stop doing this, please. No, you guys know he's a menace to society. He gets away with 4 in BDS on map point.
Yep, we have Twitch drops. We do indeed.
Right there, just not where it needed to be.
Why are you
just giving him
just
giving him individual 1v1s?
Super good. Thanks for 46 months. Very much appreciate. Stay awesome, KG. Love always with it. Well, thank you very much, Super Kuda. I might just stream through the whole day. We'll see how it goes.
Although yes, it's nice to be able to rotate through all 3 of those sides to get the full input. In my opinion,
No, they're doing the reveal in like 30 minutes, dude.
I mean, Dark was our light, but now we're back into the Dark Ages for this Fury roster. I mean, I was so hyped up after those first handful of rounds and seeing what they were really capable of, but BDS, they put a clench on that quickly.
This is that tough part, of course, though, about newer teams coming to the international stage for the first time. They can get off.
Why would I be mad? I'm not playing ranked, dude.
From that hot start, it's, you know, finding that strength to be able to move on from that, come up with a new element to put yourself into the leading position. That's what makes the strongest teams. And unfortunately for Fury, they have yet to find that from these first 2 games. Remember, they picked up 3 rounds in their initial game versus W7M as well, so they have some steam at the beginning of it, but their opponents just figuring them out too quickly. They're not innovating.
Film is good, dude.
To be able to make up for the difference.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's always a difficult thing when you come to land for the very first time. There's a lot of different emotions going on. You know, it could be as simple as Dark realized how good he was doing, and it just turned off because he realized,
he got like psyched out.
I'm really doing well against BDS, and then your brain just kind of turns off. I mean, it happens to all of us in a bunch of different competitive environments. I mean, I can imagine sitting on a stage in front of thousands of people, all of you guys at home right now. I mean, I just have to talk and be like, oh, that was kind of a weird play, right? This guy has to get critiqued by everybody at home, us on the desk, all for his play, and you know, it's a tough, you know, thing to it's a tough thing to swallow initially when you do start a career like this. But fortunately for Fury, they do look good overall, I'd say. I think if they can work with these rough edges and kind of sand those down, we're going to have a nice product.
All right, well, let's see.
I think we'll see. We might stream through the whole day.
At least a few more rounds coming back under their belt to try and close out the game. A bit more of a respectable score. And keep in mind, too, if they can push towards overtime, pretty sure that does mean bonus points in the group if we're running on that format as well. So certainly something to be achieved there if they can push towards it. But unfortunately going to be very, very tough as BDS seems to have figured out Fury, especially on the defensive side. Definitely seeing a lot more prowess come out from Fury in the first half when they were on the attacking edge. So once again, that would be a boon to them to be able to push things into overtime if they can make it to that point. But it is indeed going to be tough. We have the picks in, though, of course, for both teams now. Already about 30 seconds into the round.
Dude, I'm excited for the
reveal.
reveal.
Time with things. They do want to rely pretty heavily on the drone intel so that they can quickly knock out these Fury setups one by one, as we've been seeing them do pretty consistently for the past 2 to 3 rounds now.
That's a scary spot the drone from, dude.
Now for BDS,
Someone C4s you. They may have already had a drone there, but
with this drone game,
how cold is it right now in Detroit? Dude, it was bitter last night. It was like, I think 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now it's 22. Or no, now it's 43. It's at least a little warmer. Like this week it's going to be in like the high 40s, like low 50s all week, which is obviously still cold, but it's not like terrible.
But this time he's already taken some heat. He did get some back onto Legolas, but not enough to really be too considerable. Continuing to wait to see if we will get that.
Snow is coming to the Midwest. We don't get like a crazy amount of snow here. Like we get snow, but it's never more than like, we do have a few snows a year that are really bad, but normally it's not more than a few inches.
Second floor landing on the red stairs. The Chaiko's able to make that push forward and knock out the first player from Fury. Big play from Ingame coming out though. He's gonna go for the rappel run. They don't suspect him here, but at the same time, the quick shift from Alems gets him out of the POV and saves his life, which is about 5 HP left. Look at the HP bars of BDS at the current moment. So very.
Oh, I live where it's cold. Why not, dude?
And Shaiko, one well-placed bullet, and all of them aren't dead.
We have the Cav skin drop here.
Game, though, starting to dwindle for them down to 3 at the current.
At least from what I understand, we do have access to the Cav drop.
Obviously have his hologram that he can use to try and scout some things out or get rid of a laser gate, but it looks like it's going to be I9 that springs into action first. He'll take down like Effect, and the Twitch team BDS trying to find a home for this case now as Fury is doing a bang-up job of staving them off.
20 seconds left to play out here. Alems, the rest of the squad here continuing to wait for a moment of opportunity. As Stokes had mentioned, those low HP players.
Act like I'm playing. What the fuck would I act like I'm playing?
And they realistically can't do it here. They're way too easy to knock out, and that's leading into this situation now. They're falling down like dominoes here.
How do you link your accounts? Type exclamation drops.
Nowhere near the confidence they need. The first of 3 is claimed by Fury as they try to carve their way back into this for an OT matchup.
I9 getting a lot.
I look
done
nice and
inside
wide
of that
awake,
round
always,
for
dude.
Fury stepping up on the defensive end, keeping them in this game. They're 2 rounds away now from tying up BDS and sending us to overtime, but it's going to take the
You haven't
full
slept
site
yet, like at all?
rotation in order to do so.
P.S. It's Nick. Thank you for the Prime sub. Very much appreciated. Oh, that I crawled out of bed 5 minutes ago. I did, actually.
They're going to keep mostly all
That
of
is
the
real.
tools that they had the last time at their disposal. I do believe the Ash from Alems is new, but I could be mistaken. We did see quite a few of these offs in that last round.
And Viking Govagano, thank you the Prime sub.
Still on match point, of course. Still just one more round needed for them to be able to close things down. But a little bit of issue there in that last one. There, once again, strategy of just trying to deploy forward, look for these very straightforward entries, and more importantly, capitalize on the aggression that we were tending to see eventually from Fury. Didn't really work out for them as unfortunately they lost far too much HP from those initial fights. Both Shaiko as well as Alems going down to just about 5 HP.
Okay, I actually woke up at like
for a lot of their teammates,
2 p.m.
the rest of BDS standing
ish.
didn't have enough the confidence to work it through. So Fury had a much more defiant stance, put up that time on the 3rd floor hold. Back down, of course, into the kitchen for their play this time as they attempt to lock in round number 2.
Someone needs to peek piano windows.
OT and get at least 1 point with this matchup.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's going on, Diego?
Group stage as well. Any point that you can
How's it
get
going?
make the difference between you
Appreciate
going
you
up
setting everything
and
up
you
again.
staying
Very,
far
very, very
on
much
stage.
appreciated.
I know everyone wants to go to Yongshiping and experience DreamHack. I mean, like you were saying before, we just got out of DreamHack Atlanta.
Do I miss competing? No, I just like streaming and chilling, dude.
DreamHacks, technically speaking, 1 set of 24 hours, which is pretty interesting stuff. And I'm excited to get to experience 2 DreamHacks back to back.
I know.
Really, what the big differences are, you know, Yongshiping's.
I'm just like excited for the season in general. Like I honestly can't wait. It's actually not gonna make a difference for me at all. But I feel like cross progression is just going to be such a big thing for so many people. Are any of the guys that I won with still competing? Yeah, Canadian still plays. Like Troy. He's probably the most successful Rainbow Six player. I would say he is the most successful Rainbow Six player of all time.
Fun weekend coming up for sure here as we continue to watch BDS set things up here on what very well could be their final round. But a bit of a
Your main account's on Xbox, then you go to PC as well. Yeah. The amount of people, like, I've played on PC the whole time. So, like, it doesn't really make a difference for me personally. But I'm just excited for everybody else to be able to, like... I know a lot of people that are like, oh, I want to, like... I really want to play... I want to play, but all my skins are on PlayStation, and I don't want to, you know, spend all this money to get all my skins back. Or some of the skins, even if you want to spend the money, you can't get them back, so...
Shaiko will end up taking out BG, man. I don't know if that was inside of VIP or what have you, but looks like he will at least
on
get
cam.
the kill.
He didn't shoot the cam at all.
Still be able to stick around, so he might be able to get a frag later on if Shaiko ends up getting caught off guard. It'd just be a simple sprint in through this VIP door, and he's more than likely dead to rights.
I think that Canadian is the most successful player in Rainbow Six. I don't think Pengu is. I think Pengu's, like... very good still, right? Like one of the most accomplished players. I would say Pengu is on the most dominant team of all time, but Canadian, like Troy played on multiple different teams. You have 3 accounts on Xbox, 274, 180, and 75. So, yeah, I'm excited for like all the details to come out for the cross progression stuff as well, because in crossplay, because I'm curious of all the exact intricacies of how that will work. Yeah, I feel like Pengu could be like definitely be like the 2nd most successful player. I think that Pengu played my thing that I would say is I think Pengu was the best player on like the most dominant team of all time in Rainbow Six. The run that G2/Penta had was by far the best run of any team in Rainbow Six, the most dominant. But they won, like, Pengu won all of his stuff with the same team, same roster in a short period of time. Canadian won multiple tournaments over, like, multiple eras of Siege on multiple different teams, which in my opinion is more impressive.
You know, those quick adaptations on the Twitch, able to get that nice angle down below onto red stairs. I mean,
I'll be right back, chat. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, we saw some great stuff out of Fury too, especially in the early game.
Let me throw this plate upstairs.
No,
Pengu played with the same roster outside of, like, one player. The Canadian played with 3 different, like, he played with me for the first invitational. We won the first invitational. He won another invite with SSG. He won a major with DZ. He won a Pro League final. And then, like, he's made a bunch of finals too as well. Okay, I'll be right back. 1 second.
Welcome back to the Bravo Stream Desk, ladies and gentlemen, as we close out our final game of the day. Fury, unfortunately, falling to the strength of BDS as they take control of another matchup here, closing down their group's festivities for the day. Kind of the expected result at the end of the day. Obviously, some surprises there, specifically with the performance from Dark in the first 2 rounds, but ultimately everything coming back to what we expected by the time the game closed out with a victory for BDS at the tail end of regulation.
I'm happy that we saw some signs of life, though, for our APAC representatives, because it's the first time we got to see him here in a group stage on international soil. So it's really cool to see them try and get some rounds under their belt up against a squad like BDS, especially when BDS is playing so well from that offensive side. The fact that Fury was still able to, you know, stay in that fight and try and win out some of those rounds, I mean, it bodes really well for their future.
The attacking side as well for Fury, specifically talking about here on Cafe, of course.
All right. Reveal soon, dude.
Seems to be a few issues. And to be fair, that could just be map dependent. This isn't a map that we're used to playing into too heavily.
It's also BDS, to be fair.
Yeah, and it is BDS playing onto that very same map as well. We were just seeing, in my opinion, far too often Fury getting picked apart and
Reveal
split up into
soon.
separate groups where they weren't really able to support each other as well. That then led to a domino effect, unfortunately, of their players just getting knocked out in sequence past them.
Blue
That's the
and
biggest issue for me. But
Stokes.
again, I think that is potentially a consequence of going on to Cafe and them just.
I think they're really good too.
How to work around that, because some of the rotations can be quite tricky. Unfortunately, if they're cut off, oftentimes it's like, okay, now we got to rotate all the way downstairs and wrap back around and things like that.
Absolutely, especially with the mind games that we were seeing out of players like Shaiko, right? Some of the different looks that he was giving, like, you know, most.
How do you not like Blue and Stokes, Almir?
Moments when Smoke was inside of VIP and he just played right on the door casing instead of actually holding the angle, gave Smoke that semblance of hope. He's like, oh, I can step up, I can go to freezer. I'm dead. Oh no. How did that happen? Oh, it was Shaiko on the other end, wouldn't you know? And really, that was the tail of the tape.
Why am I still eating? Because I'm fat.
We saw a lot of Shaiko action. A limbs threw his hat in the ring, but also, like a fact, did so well that game.
Yours are cool. They
different
tried
things
31
he was
months.
able to accomplish. I'm really liking this player, John.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Really a great pickup, it seems, for BDS. But overall, this way the team was kind of able to figure out the strategy, tear things
How
apart.
do you not? How can you not understand Blue and Stokes? They literally speak like perfectly. Everything is like enunciated perfectly.
Unfortunately, the experience gap that exists between these teams.
I think all the in and out you eat is rotting your brain. They speak too fast.
Much more dominant control once they figured things out for themselves about how their opponents were playing.
It just goes to show there is always another level. There's always somebody better than you. So keep climbing that ladder, Fury. You've got this. We're so happy that you are finally able to come out here and show your stuff on this first group stage day. So hopefully they can bounce back tomorrow. But that's going to be it for BDS and Fury.
Exactly. I'm a growing boy, dude.
It was a 7-4 victory for BDS on Cafe.
I might be growing like
11
wide, not tall, but
with 10 and 11.
Still growing.
10 as well. So lighten up the board there for over 30 kills between 3 members.
Yeah, I was about to say 3 players into double digits as well. Some good stuff there as well. We didn't get the full 12 rounds on, technically speaking there. So, I mean, we're pretty close to it. 11 out of 12.
Shark Soup, they're the prime sub. Very much appreciated.
That good consistency of individual performance that has always been the
You like that the casters dress normal?
Top of the rankings in EU, the longevity of BDS is always
I don't know.
top is the thing that is most
I feel
impressive
like
about them. To me, yeah, once again, they've never really been
sometimes I feel like for the group stages it's good, but I feel like when they're like at the arena and it's like the semifinals, finals, I feel like it's good when they are in a suit.
Their opportunity to try and claim it.
Truly what I'm hoping to see in the future, you know? It feels like over the last couple years, it's been anybody's game in Siege, and that's always a fun time whenever we come to those international lands, because you truly never know who's going to win. NA might have won the last one. Europe might have won the last one.
Going all over the place. I mean, the past few years...
Like the casual, but you like more business casual?
I mean, are we going to get APAC this time? Are we going to get Brazil this time? And what's going to happen?
That's the big question, right? That we got to wait and see. And these groups as well that we've been seeing play out today is not necessarily made it all that much clearer in terms of who is going to be the dominant region. It seems like they've gone all over the place. So we're still asking that question.
And Darrow's suit game is like dressing a homeless man like Jordan Belfort.
Don't necessarily seem clear as of yet here, but what does seem clear once again is our long-standing team seem to be as strong as ever, of course, with BDS locking in that victory, and as we saw in the previous matchup, of course, that the two of us were casting as well.
I have to say, Parker normally dresses. I know you're just memeing, but I feel like Parker generally dresses pretty snazzy.
So we're gonna close things out here, but don't go anywhere. The game that was just over on the A stream,
bro. Yeah. I love Emzo,
it's gonna be happening over
but
here
like,
now. So they'll be joining you in
yeah,
just a couple moments. We're gonna toss you to
Emzo looked like he would just go to like a garage sale and like bought a suit, or he like borrowed a suit from his dad. Yep, I love Emzo though, bro. Emzo needs. I wish Emzo would come back. I don't think he's ever going to, but be cool. Yeah, you can bounce back and forth between streams. The drops progress and stuff should just, it should keep up. Ninja Fury, they 34 months. Take more of my money, old man. Hopefully the launch and season live up to the hype they have been getting. I hope it is too, dude. I mean, all the stuff they announced so far is like sick, and ready to watch the reveal and get all the details, basically. I believe the season reveal is on Twitch and YouTube. I believe it is. Done, Dr. Enzi. Robert. What's up, Rob? Bro. I booked like a trip for like me and like my family and stuff like that in January, and they have changed my flight like 30 times by like 10 minutes. Bro, why are you even emailing me about a 10-minute change in my flight time? Like, I'm gonna get to the airport 5 hours early anyway. Yeah, it's like 2 months away, dude. Why is everyone driving slow? Dude, they're just chilling, okay? Let them chill. Beep, 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 beep. What do you want me to react to, dude? Honestly, I wonder what this guy bought. What did this guy buy? What is this bag, dude? That's a fancy taxi. You know it's Europe because they have public transport. This footstool for me. This is Sweden. This is Sweden major. Grand Hotel chat. I wonder if it's actually is. I wonder how. I feel like every time a hotel is named like Grand Hotel, it's like blown out and like awful. I'd rather stay at the Savanska Handelsbakken. That place sounds like it'd be fucking nice. Yup. Dude, look at this guy. He's got a Benz. Dude, that Benz, if that's an AMG, is like 150,000. Rich. That guy has more money than Almir. That's your dad? Oh, okay, my bad. Snowing a lot in Sweden right now. Dude, one thing I will say too, I have to say, every other city that I like see and stuff like that, I'll give you one knock, because I know you always knock me for living in Detroit, but I will say one thing that is a legitimate criticism of Detroit is I feel like when I go to other cities, and it's especially in the winter, it's like there's no one outside. There's no one outside at all whatsoever in Detroit when it gets cold, or very few people. It doesn't look like this, where there's like a lot of people like lively bustling around the streets. European cities look nicer than American cities. There's definitely like aspects that are for sure. It'll be empty in Sweden when it's -10. Oh, it's just not cold enough yet. Drops progress will go from stream to stream. It definitely should. Would I ever live in Europe? Probably not live there like permanently. I do like visiting. I mean, I visited, you know. I visited several times. I know, right? Everybody's driving so carefully. No one's honking. No one's mad. There's people on scooters. This is just not real. Yep. This is some CGI. It does transfer, so it does. Yeah, it should transfer. So whatever, you know, if you were watching a different stream and now you're watching this one, Draft Saga should. Also, though, too, to be fair, obviously this looks like it's like slightly slowed down footage, and I will say, not, you know, everywhere, but a lot of places in Europe, people do drive better. There's like higher requirements in certain countries. I'm not sure Sweden is one of them. But there's like higher requirements for certain countries to get a driver's license. Whereas like in the US, it's just like they just give everybody a driver's license pretty much. Dude, we have a freeway in Detroit called the Lodge, and it's basically like the Fast and the Furious in real life. The speed limit is supposed to be 55 on that highway, and people go like literally like, okay, the average speed is like 80, 90.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the mainstream here on the Rainbow Six channel. We hope you've been enjoying all the action here today throughout the major and, of course, the group stage. We still have one final game that is going to be played over on our Bravo stream, of course, but now it is time to get ready for something else, something much more grander, it would seem. Isn't that right, Stokes?
Absolutely, man. We get to introduce the new Operation Solar Raid, and the best part is, John, we haven't even seen the panel. We haven't seen it at all, guys, because we just got here like 2.5, 3 hours ago. So we're going to be reacting right along with you. I'm so very excited. As you were talking to me earlier, the devs have been a little cryptic about this one.
Absolutely the case. The devs have been talking a lot about this patch. Like we said, neither of us know necessarily what to expect. We know we're going to be getting a new operator, of course, but aside from that, it is all up in the air in terms of what Solar Raid will be presenting to the community. But one thing is for sure, it is bound to be
hear it good.
Even Ubisoft themselves claiming it on the Twitter page for the game, that this is going to be the biggest new season in years. So some exciting stuff bound to come, and it's just a few moments away here. The panel going to be getting started in just a few moments. Stokes, any predictions? Anything, any dream changes you're looking to see in this patch, maybe?
Oh, man. Ash R4C, ACOG back, ACOG back on the MP7, ACOG back on the SMG11. No, I'm obviously joking. No, I'm just open and ready for whatever they have in store. They've been talking a lot about the Rank 2.0 system, so that's the big thing that I'm more than likely excited for. I want to jump back into Rank so bad, man. But, like, for me, I'm a really, really long-time player. I've been playing since beta, so I'm ready for a breath of fresh air being put into the rank system and make it a little bit more fun to play.
We've been seeing a lot of really cool changes made to the actual core kind of sandbox system in the game as well.
Why would you even want an ACOG on the SMG11? You couldn't control it at all.
Very big changes
Back in the day, it had no recoil.
A lot more violent.
It was ridiculous,
well.
actually.
For instance, is another great example of that. Even some very slight changes, like allowing for the Capcan traps to be stacked on top of each other. Little things like that we've been seeing added in more and more throughout the years here, have been making a big difference on top of the larger features, of course, like attacker repick that came in at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, and that's all up to our devs as well, finding creative solutions to some of the problems that these operators, you know, give them along the lines. I mean, they're developing this game throughout the years. This game came out when I was still in high school. I'm 25 years old, right? So it's been out for some time, so some of those older operators, they need a good little, you know, coat of fresh paint to bring them into this new age of Siege. And, I mean, if the dev squad is excited about this patch, I mean, we have to be as well. Usually they're like, hey, we got some interesting things for you guys. They're not like, hey, we're about to blow your socks off.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what those socks are going to be blown off for in just a few moments. As usual, though, we'll more likely having a new operator coming in with this patch as well. Stokes, any guesses as to what our new operator, any dream utility company you might be thinking of in the back of your mind?
Operation Solar Raid, correct?
Yeah.
It's got to be something flashy. That's what I'm expecting. When you think Solar Raid, you really think of a character like Ying, right? So maybe something along those lines that works in maybe kind of a different capacity or something like that. I don't really know, but usually for me, I land on the weaponry side of
Twitch
things.
panel.
You know, utility, it's all great, it's all fun. If it ends right in the,
They really just threw these
patch,
guys out here and
then
said
I'm
fill
okay with
time,
that.
pretty much.
Really
I think they
wanna
need to
see
fill
what
a
this op has
minute.
for weapons and what kind of fun we can have in that area.
I was able to check out the teaser trailer for the op a few days ago, of course, and it looked very interesting. For me, I'm expecting something similar like IQ, maybe based off of what I saw in the trailer.
Okay.
That was the vibe I got anyway.
Get on
But
my
like I said,
phone
we'll
more
have to
time.
wait and see as we're just a few seconds away from it, ladies and gentlemen. Stokes, any final expectations for this one? I think we're just around the corner from it now.
Oh man, I just want to get into this. This is our first time that we've gotten to introduce a panel, and
You just
especially
broke
being
my
able
phone,
to
dude.
react with all of you guys at home. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So extremely excited for this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's just a few moments away here. The panel reveal for Operation Solar Raid. It is going to be potentially the biggest patch, the biggest operation that we have seen in years. Like I said, we don't even know what to expect from it yet. We've just been thrown into this now to introduce it.
All right, hurry up!
Introduce, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a big one. Presenting the panel now for Operation Solar Raid. Let's take a look.
Woo! That's Blue and Soaks. They definitely got thrown out there and they're just like, start talking, do something. We need to burn time. Oh. Oh. Ah. Boom. Ah. Boom. Ah. Boom. Ah. This is like, I feel like they should have done like a 10-second countdown. This is like too much. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait this long. I'm telling you guys, ever since I used TikTok one time, and now I can't wait more than 5 seconds for anything.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Operation Solar Raid. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, and today we're sharing a huge season with you. It all starts with a new squad that specializes in stealth and is led by none other than Kavera herself. It's called Ghost Eyes.
Oh, this was like that
the new
teaser.
operator will be joining this covert crew, and creative director Alexander Karpazis is here to reveal more. Now, brace yourself, because there's a lot happening this season, and you don't want to miss it.
Hey everyone, super excited to introduce Operation Solar Raid, probably our biggest season ever.
I would agree.
From top to bottom, we're adding a ton of features that you've asked about, including crossplay, cross progression. We know this has been really important for you. The team's been working super hard to deliver it. And we have so much more.
Finally.
This season, we're
It's been a
introducing
year.
another new squad. It's Ghost Eyes, led by Kavera, and a newcomer, Solis, is joining the team as well. This is the squad of secrecy, the squad of stealth, and the squad of intel. And you'll get to learn a lot more about their story when we launch the season later.
Dude,
We have
all of these
Solis,
operators
the
are
new
like the
operator that's
operator.
joining Rainbow Six and the Ghost Eyes squad.
All of
And we have a new map, Nighthaven Lab.
Ooh.
An amazing place to explore and to battle. It's unlike
art
anything
style
else
for this
we've
map
ever
is
introduced
sick,
in the
dude.
game, and we hope you have a lot of fun exploring it. Anti-cheat and anti-toxicity is one of the most important topics
This is a big
for
one.
us,
This
which
is a big
means
one.
it's
People are
really
sleeping
special
on
for us
this.
today to introduce the reputation score in-game. It's coming to you in a beta phase, so you get to know it a little bit more, and we're introducing more security features in our game to make sure that it is more resilient and more fair for everybody to play. All of this and much more, we have quality of life features that are coming in, balancing changes that are coming in, and even more on top of that. So we can't wait to share
You mean
everything
boo?
that the
You're
team's
mad
been
that
working so
I can't
hard
be
on.
toxic. This is terrible. Like what? What do you mean?
Operation Solar Raid is coming, and it is a big one. But before we break it down for you, here's a glimpse of your new operator in action on the new Nighthaven Labs map. Solis joins the defenders with an electronics detecting augmented reality headset that allows her to not just spot attacker gadgets in action, but also reveal them to her teammates. In
This is
the
pretty cool. Watch
asymmetrical
this.
battlegrounds of Siege, intel is power. And
Dude, being able to
Solis
mark like
delivers
that
the
is just
goods.
crazy.
Attackers will have to play smarter this season, as Solis, the new defender, has her eyes on their gadgets. So how did her high-tech look come together? Concept artist Sunshine Kim will tell us more, while director of gameplay design Jeremy Carvin and game designer Dominic Clement give us the
It
details
seems
on her
OP.
gadget
It's
and
only
new
if they're on a
opportunities
it
it unlocks.
So she like detects like electronics, like so you could see like cams and like I don't know. They'll tell
We
you more.
wanted Solis' gadget to grab immediate attention from the audience. I immediately thought of examples like Jacko and Nuck. Because of their gadget, the Inox and the HEL creates immediate attention. Their gadgets are something that separates it from just being a generic soldier. And we wanted Solis to have a similar equipment.
No one drones
We
at
allowed the
matchmaking.
gadget
That's
to have
true.
a little bit more futuristic vibe, while her rest of design is a lot more toned down, which makes the gadget pop up even more. It wasn't enough. There's something missing, we felt. That's when the antenna idea came up, which goes up when it's activated and goes down when it's deactivated. It might be a small
I feel like I
element, but
get
it
like
adds so much taste.
like little like I don't know like
So to design Solis
Flash
device,
vibes
we were
from
looking
that,
for
which is
something that
cool.
needed two hands to be operated and something that wasn't going to take too much of the vision space. So we thought about augmented reality. We were very excited with all the modern visual that it could add to the game.
By
Solis
the way,
kit is made of
AR
three main
is
parts.
cool
The helmet,
in
the
general, and
bracelet,
even like
and the
IRL.
gloves.
That stuff
So
is
when the
sick.
helmet turns on, the screen switches from transparent to glowy yellow, and the HUD elements start to show for the user. The second part is the bracelet. It's used as a placement tag for the ER interface. And this AR interface is shaped as a 3D ring. It's used by Solis to interact with the gadget. The last part is the scan, and the scan is the middle part of this AR interface. And when the scan is performed, you have this pulse of 3D lines that starts and fades in the distance, giving the position of every electronic device on its way.
The cool
This
thing
idea
is like
came from
you just showed it
a
there. You
brainstorm
can
that we
fight
had,
Jackal.
And a question arose, well, what if we have an IQ on defense? You see that there's a lot of electronic gadgets. You have breaching charges, you have claymores, and tons and tons of drones and cameras. So it just made sense that the defense would have a tool similar to what the attackers have. She'll have a zone in the center of her screen where she'll be able to identify these gadgets and tell precisely, okay, that's a drone, that's a claymore, or that's a breaching charge. She's the only one who gets to see this
Now,
information.
something-
If
I
she
don't
wants
know.
to share with the team, she needs to.
I wonder if this
use
detects
our
air
communication
jabs,
tools
because
like
air jabs are
voice
like
chats
not
or,
really
text chat,
electronic, but
if she
like
wants
maybe they
quick
could be.
and
I don't.
easy
We don't really know
communication
what
with
they
the rest of
are.
the team as to like where these gadgets are and what to do with them. She can use her secondary ability, which will send a pulse on her screen and will smart ping every gadget in the center of her screen. So the ones that are identified will be smart ping, giving a clear indication to the rest of the team where they are and what to do with them. Usually with loadouts, we try to give.
Okay, yeah, look at her
flexibility for
kit.
players. We give the P90 as a primary because it's a super good SMG, super interesting, and another SMG as a sidearm.
She's
because
a
it's also really
3-speed
good
with an
weapon.
SMG
We're also
11.
giving Solis a shotgun because being able to create, rotate, and help on site and help like reshape the map is also very, very interesting for an operator like this. And
Oh,
with the
2-speed. I'm
sidearm,
like,
again, that is
dude,
SMG.
I'm
It allows you
blanking.
to bring
Okay.
the shotgun and still have an SMG at hand if you really need to defend yourself. We're finally giving the P90 to an operator as a primary weapon, nonetheless a 2-2 operator, so 2 health and 2 speed operator.
I'm
It's
a little
really cool to
tired,
see a
okay.
weapon with such rapid rate of fire and a big
The
magazine
P90 is a good
on an
gun.
operator that can
You get P90 and
move
SMG
quite fast.
11.
When Solis is
Honestly,
really
I feel like
on, she doesn't
SMG
have any
11 and the
weapons,
shotty could be
so
pretty
she can't
good.
really defend herself unless she turns off the ability and then pulls back her weapon. Giving the impact to Solis allows her to kind of help her destroy any gadgets coming her way as a last resort. If she doesn't have anything else and she's in a panic and she needs to deal with the utility that she sees, or she needs to get away quickly, she can use the impact to create a...
I mean, I like the
or use
P90 a
the
lot.
impact
Plus,
to
you get
destroy
SMG 11,
any
dude.
utility that she detects. The bulletproof cam is very useful.
The SMG-11 is not that good on console. The SMG-11 is like the best gun in the game. At least it statistically is the best weapon in Rainbow Six.
Especially is interesting to synergize with Bandit. Because if you have a bandit that is on a wall trying a bandit trick, she can actually be right behind him and tell bandit, okay, we're going to be breaching the left wall, the right wall, the middle wall. It can give much clearer information as to where bandit needs to put his batteries. You also have Mozzie. Since Solis is able to detect and spot the drones coming towards the site, she can give this information to Mozzie so Mozzie can place his fast and hopefully capture as many drones as he can. Solis has
what do you mean Mike is delayed?
If you're facing a Solis that is hankering on site, you might want to bring a Thatcher or the EMP grenades. They're really useful to and deny Solis her ability. If you have an IQ also, that's a very useful operator to hunt down Solis because when the visor is activated, IQ can actually detect it and spot it and hunt down the Solis maybe anchoring on site.
Oh, in-game audio would
Solis
be.
That is roaming around, you might want to bring your classic roam clear operator like Lion, Grim, and Jackal. They're very useful to kind of flush out these roamers. The thing with Solis is since she doesn't have a weapon when the ability
if you
is
can't
on,
bandit
she
trick
can
off
be
audio, you
pretty
should get off
vulnerable.
bandit. I mean, it depends. Sometimes, like, what if you're like Zode, right? I mean,
you have an idea on how you can probably
I
trick
would
her,
mostly be
that's
using this
also very
operator
useful
if you're
as a
like
counter
flanking.
to Solis. If
It's
you can think
nice
of ways
because you
to
could clear all the
kind
drones
of
when you're
like
flanking.
Flying to her, it can get some pretty cool interaction.
Or like shooting people to the ground like this is like useful.
Nighthaven Labs. It's an imposing research base, and it's the new map coming in Operation Solar Raid. Now, I told you about banning maps last season, didn't I? Well, let me tell you this. You won't be able to ban this map at launch. You'll hear more on that later, but for now, Team Lead Jeremy Dowsett is here to take you on a tour of Nighthaven Labs.
So this is the new map.
So this is actually one of the first maps we've done that actually incorporates the lore. It's Nighthaven, it's a research facility. The whole map is very, very clean. Even the outside, it has a very corporate feel, but the inside,
I love the
you'll
look of
see,
the
It's
map.
like a normal office space with the research lab down in the basement. So the basement only has one bomb site. It's optimized for navigation and flow.
I
And we
hope
went for a
it's
more
gonna take a while to
optimized
know if this
design,
map
so
is
it's
good.
quite compact in its shape, but there's a lot of entryways from the exterior helipad, and there's lots of ingress and egress that you can actually do to the sites. There's a little Easter egg down there, hiding away, not so subtly. So first floor has 2 bomb sites. It's very clean, there's a cafeteria, there's lots of small rooms, big rooms.
The map
There's a
looks
warehouse
good.
there with some exterior
Aesthetically,
walls. The
it
warehouse
looks
is super
great.
interesting
We'll
when
see
you
how
get
it
close
plays.
to
It's
it
gonna take like a
because
month.
it's an open area with
That-
a
was that
catwalk
guy's
above
name
it.
Old Man
So
Skills?
what you're
Is
gonna
that me?
find, especially if you're playing on the second floor or you're trying to come in from the second floor, dropping down onto the first floor, you're going to find it's interesting. The entryways on the catwalk give you some quite interesting sight lines and opportunities for quite sneaky and quite fun kills. Second floor, like the
Well,
basement,
Tower
only one
aesthetically
bomb
was the
site,
best
it's a little
map
bit smaller,
ever.
a little bit more compact.
Like in the history of
The
Rainbow
warehouse is
Six.
an
It
interesting
just wasn't the
entry
best
point
map.
because you're obviously exposed from
But
gunfire
hopefully
below
this
because
one
of the
is
catwalk.
better.
You go into the command center and servers, which are the bomb sites, and there's a couple of breakable walls off of the warehouse catwalk. There's an exterior wall on a balcony that allows you to get in quite quickly and hold some angles, and then there's meeting and electrical. On one of the roofs, there's a risk versus reward run out to reinforce a hatch. Otherwise, it opens up some pretty interesting lines of sight, but you need to, wait for the prep phase to finish, get out, and, so break the barrier, get out and go do it.
You could
The map should
it's like
be
a
going
roof hatch
into
you could
all
reinforce.
of the playlists that we normally release upon. It's not the same as any other map. There's unique things in this one, and the map looks superb. The artists, the lighters, everyone did such a great job on this map. I'm looking forward to the reception.
I mean, the art style of this map is a 10. We'll
Playing
see.
with your
We're gonna need like a
important.
month to see how it actually
Sometimes
plays.
they play on another platform. We know you've been waiting for this feature for a long time, and it's coming this season. Crossplay and cross progression.
Finally!
We're delighted to have
Thank
associate
you!
producer Deanna Stanley to tell us all the details.
We know players have been asking about it, and we've talked about it before. It's been a long time coming, so we're super excited to announce that Crossplay is coming with Season 4. PlayStation and Xbox players will matchmake together and benefit from lower wait times thanks to the larger matchmaking pool. Now for Crossplay, PC and streaming platforms will be kept in a separate pool from consoles. We have no intention to merge these two communities right now, but we're super excited to bring our console players together. You can invite players through both first-party platforms as well as through your Ubisoft Connect overlay. You'll be able to access your friends list through the social tab and manage your invites, requests, and squad up with your friends from other platforms. We all know communication is key in Siege, and it's no different for Crossplay. So, voice communications will be enabled at launch, and the local player will be able to speak to and hear cross-platform players as long as they have voice communications enabled in their options and they're on the same team. Of course, you can still manually mute players through the scoreboard during a match or through the player profile side panel. Crossplay will be enabled by default, so everyone will be opted in to start, but you can opt out at any time in the in-game settings. If you do opt out, you're going to receive a message when you try and join a squad with Crossplay enabled that lets you know you need to enable the option to join that squad. Crossplay isn't the only thing that's coming this season. We're super excited to announce that cross progression is another feature hitting Siege this season. This is thanks to a data migration that's happening with the season launch. So the first time you log in, you'll see a pop-up that lets you know all of your data now lives in the cloud and is accessible from any platform anytime. So keep an eye out because we'll be posting our cross-platform synchronization blog that's going to detail how all of your different save data is handled for each case. For example, your in-game options will remain specific to each platform, as will your equipped loadout. But your packs, operators, skins, and progression will be shared across all platforms and accessible anywhere. Your rank history will be shared between similar platforms. So PC and streaming platforms will be kept in a separate pool from consoles. The highest rank achieved during the season on any console platform will be carried over to all console platforms, and same goes for PC. So for credits and renown, they're going to be added together. So any platform that any player has played on ever is going to be added together and shared. So if you're a PC player playing with 800 credits, but you have an old Xbox account with 200 credits, after the data migration, you're going to have 1,000 credits to spend wherever you like. Penalties will also be shared across all platforms, and the time remaining will be calculated based upon the matches played across all those platforms since the penalties activation. Due to the data migration, we're going to be rewarding all of our players with an alpha pack at the start of the season. Siege has been live for a long time now, and we know some players have moved around. We're happy that those players are going to be able to take back those hours they grinded in Siege and play with their friends on any console they choose.
Fighting toxicity and improving our anti-cheat measures are an ongoing priority for us.
Your level and your rank doesn't transfer. I think your level does. I don't know though. I thought it did, but we'll see.
And an update on preparation phase.
Could be wrong on that one. I was assuming for that one.
With the new season that is coming, we are very happy to announce that we will be launching the new reputation system. Since 2020, we have
Colin is getting banned permanently.
Doing a shadow deployment to gather a lot of data from our player base in order to provide a sustainable solution for the long term. We will be starting with the first release in a beta display. The scoring will be private to yourself and available for all players. The reputation system will be looking at your gameplay behaviors, but also your interaction that you have with players. Based on that, it will paint a portrait of you and assign a specific standing. Then based on this standing, we will be triggering, during year 8, a set of actions that will be bonuses or penalties.
Ooh.
More and more you have a high standing, more and more we will be applying modifiers to you in terms of alpha pack, renown, XPs, and special drops. When we talk about penalties based on your low standing, we mainly
Almir and
talk
Elman
about
are
game
so
restriction
mad right now because they're going to be in low standing
so for example,
sure.
a player will not have an access to the competitive playlist, but also the test server. But we will also have restrictions and modifier to the currency, the alpha pack, the progressions. So this first release will be very important and key for our success. We will be informing all players about how they are being perceived by the system, but also by the other players, so that they can act accordingly, but also adjust their behavior or interaction with other players. By providing guidance, information, and by bringing this new standing icon, we will be improving the play experience of everybody.
Average KingGeorge
By the way,
reputation.
I want to share with
Average
you some
Almy
data to warn
reputation.
the reputation penalties. We have seen a decrease of friendly fire by better guiding and informing all players. When we are looking at the number of rounds impacted with at least one team kill per round, we can see a decrease of 10%.
You're shooting your teammates in protest of the
per round,
system?
not per match. So this is great. We want to move away from the toxicity that the people are facing, and we want to improve the gameplay experience and provide a safer place for everybody. This is key. We are really glad to say that we will be removing the friendly fire from the preparation phase. We heard you. By removing it, we are just securing the whole experience for everybody. So there will be no mistake anymore, so that everybody can focus on their preparation phase and then start the battle. In terms of design, if you shoot at a teammate, there will be no damage, there will be no reverse friendly fire, and the bullet will not go through. I hope you will enjoy this new change, and we will be looking at your feedback during the season
This
launch.
is one of the best changes ever, dude. What do you guys mean you don't like this? You guys are just some toxic pieces of
More
shit.
security into the game, but also to better protect all players against cheating. And this is a priority for us. The team, over the past months, has been working hard to bring a new security measure to fight cheating. The goal is to decrease the cheating problem that you are facing, and we are really confident in this new solution that we are bringing into the game. We will monitor the effectiveness of it on all player base, on the cheater, and for sure, I will come back to you with some insights.
Operation Solar Raid is going to fully revamp the way our ranking system works. It is now time for you to
The cheating
shine
situation
in
has
Ranked
gotten
2.0.
better, chat. You can't even say it
Associate
hasn't.
producer Killian Callow will break down the whole host of changes that are coming. Get ready to play more ranked.
It's
Right
definitely
now,
gotten
the
better.
ranked playlist is a
Obviously,
pure skill
there's still a
system
lot of
in
cheating.
which there's
but-
only one value, the MMR. The MMR is used for
Rank
rank
2.0
and skill.
chat.
Every start of the season, when we do the soft reset, because it's needed for rank progression, we are hurting the matchmaking fairness. After this soft reset, we have the placement matches to try to guess your rank as soon as possible. What are the changes in the core system? We are splitting skill and rank into two different values. The skill, in one hand, will be hidden and only used for matchmaking. On the other hand, the rank will be visible and only used for progression. We are removing the placement matches, because the only value that will be reset is the rank. You will start your rank progression at the beginning of the ladder. From now on, there will be rank points. There will be also 5 divisions per rank. Each division will have 100 points. Also, to help you in this progression, we included systems like the demotion shield that will prevent you from losing ranks easily. The current reward system is only giving you one chance per season, the one of your highest rank. For instance, if you are a silver player, you are not getting the chance below your rank, bronze and copper, and that doesn't make any sense. From now on, there will be 1 reward per division, so 5 rewards per rank. With some
I can't wait to get a
exclusive
copper charm.
If you finish one season in gold 5, you will get as well the rewards from silver 1, silver 2, bronze and copper. We also have an update regarding the squad restriction. With the old system, it was
This is
needed to
good.
put a skill limit within a squad to ensure balanced matches. Players should always be able to play with their friends. Because of that, it was a focus for us to provide a new solution. We are removing the squad restriction and including a new algorithm for squads that will ensure balanced matches. So please, send us your feedback. We will
Yo,
love
this
to hear
means,
your
chat, we
thoughts
can maybe
to
do
keep
sub games
improving and
again.
working on the system.
We could probably
Now
do sub
it's
games
time
again.
to talk Battle Pass. Operation Solar Raid is introducing a brand new progression system. Instead of a traditional linear progression, you will choose the path you take to target the rewards you want and unlock them sooner. Here's a little video to show you what I mean, and then Business Strategy Director Mohammed Ben Hanada will tell you more.
And Team
Rainbow
Kill
Six
Oz.
Siege Battle Pass has evolved to become more tactical, offering you new ways to unlock the rewards that matter to you faster. We are introducing a novel progression system that allows you to create a custom strategy based on your interests. As you navigate the map, you can choose what paths and rewards to prioritize, For example, if you main smoke, you can follow the most efficient path to collect all smoke exclusive rewards. Each time you go up one Battle Pass level, you earn Battle Pass tokens. Now you can actively use these tokens to unlock tiles. Exclusive rewards are available to all players on some of the tiles, while Battle Pass Premium owners get even more.
Well, this is good. I mean, I finished the whole Battle Pass anyway,
like the
but
Breach Charge will allow you to forge your own unique path. You can now strategize.
I'm glad
ways
for
to
people
unlock
that
the
don't
rewards
complete
that
the
matter
whole
most to
pass.
you, or unlock all rewards in any order you choose.
Look, Tower chat.
Premium Battle Pass owners receive exclusive
That was
perks,
Tower in the background.
including
Like I
early
told you, the
access
most
to a new
aesthetically
season's
pleasing map
operator,
ever.
30% battle point progression boost, 10% in-game shop discount, and more.
Yep. That's
Rainbow
cool.
Six Siege,
Honestly, the Battle
new
Pass is like
tactical
the
battle
best
pass.
deal
Plan your
ever.
path, progress your way, pick your reward.
Especially if you buy the year pass.
We are really thrilled to bring this new Battle Pass system
have
to
this
our
hoodie.
players. We're giving you more choices
Really nice.
and
Thank you,
more
Bird.
ways to progress into the Battle Pass in order to unlock the rewards that you want first. This is going to be the new Battle Pass standard going forward. And as you saw, we've also added new gadgets for you to interact with the Battle Pass, such as the Breach Charge. Going forward in the upcoming seasons, we'll be bringing more gadgets, so stay tuned for that. In April of 2019, we launched the Rainbow is Magic event. This was one of the most appreciated events from our community. One key aspect that was well talked about in the community was the drone skin, the cute little cat that we've had. So I'm really excited today to announce that we'll be bringing drone customization to the game. First off, it will launch in the Battle Pass, but stay tuned because it will be also available in events and also in the store.
You guys are just trolling. Oh my god.
Next up, we've got balancing updates affecting some operators' health and speed, as well as changes aimed at leveling the playing
I'm
field
banning
when
Almir
it comes
and
to movement while aiming down sights. Here's game designer Robert Cole in our Barcelona studio.
AG drone skin? Hey, listen, dude, I'm about like that same height as a drone.
Right now, 3-speed operators have a clear advantage when it comes to picking and fragging. We want to equalize the playing field, as we feel like shooting should require precision and not luck. So this season, we are making it so all the operators will have the same ADS movement speed, which will be the ones from the 3 armor operators. Because of the ADS movement speed change, we are putting together another change to some of the health and speed of the operators. For example, we are changing Sense from a 3 armor operator to a 3-speed operator, because we feel like their gadget
Sense
functions
3
much better with the speed
would be
and it will
very
help them
great.
with
That's
the
how
side
it should have
takes
been.
and executes. Another example is Dokkaebi. We are changing her from a 2 armor 2-speed operator to a 3-speed operator, because we feel like with her new speed, she will be able to move around the map and hack the defender's camera much better.
Okay, well,
Finally,
I feel like people are
another
already
example is
playing a
Zosa,
lot of Doke,
which
but
we're changing her from a
it's not a big
2-speed
deal.
2 armor operator to a 3 armor operator, because we feel like the extra health will help her survive the shots to the limbs, the only exposed parts, while carrying the shield. With the health and movement speed changes, as well as the ADS
I feel like
movement
Oza
speed
just
changes,
needs to lose
we
the
are excited
MPs.
to equalize the playing field and bring much more variety to the operator meta.
Earlier in the show, I told you
I
wouldn't
love
be
that
able to
change,
ban
though,
the
making
Nighthaven
everybody
Labs map at launch. I wasn't
being
kidding.
the same speed when they
In this
ADS.
quality of life update, we'll tell you more about that, plus details on ability mode and more. Here again, our associate producer, Killian Callow, and game designer, Mathieu Lacombe.
We know that at the start, it's difficult to get into a new map. With Emerald Plains, we learned that map ban can be too restrictive in some situations. So, for the entire next season, all the maps will have the same chances of appearance in the map ban phase. When the new Nighthaven map will appear there, you will not be able to ban it. At the end of the phase, the random will decide which is the map played
I'm
in
so
that
happy
game.
about this, dude.
As
I'm
mentioned,
so happy.
This change will be applied for the entire season and active in ranked and unranked playlists.
Alternate ability mode is the continuation of what we started in iCaliber. Last year, during Season 4, we removed the ability to switch fire mode on your weapons. This season, we're replacing this input with the ability to change the fire mode of your gadgets without equipping your gadgets.
ADV
For
Dread, thank you
operators
for the month.
such as
Just see he,
Capital
thank you
and
for the
Zofia,
tier
we will
358,
allow
but
the
3 support
players
back and
to
the
switch
disappointment,
ability
copium.
mode when they're not equipped with the weapon.
Good.
If you're going toward the building, you want to breach something, well, you might want to start with the
This is
impact
cool,
grenades
dude.
instead
Nice
of the
quality of
contusion
life
grenades. So you
feature.
can switch this as you move toward the building without equipping the launcher. So for Capital, you will be able to change bolts without equipping the crossbow.
How does that work
so
on
if you want
console? I
to
don't
cover
know.
your allies with a smoke bolt, you can just change it
How is this a
before
useless
you
update? It
get
saves
to the
you
risky
time
part
of, like,
where you
pulling
have
the
to face
gadget out and
operators.
switching.
You can just switch it beforehand.
Very
we want
useful.
to reward players that have a plan. If you know what you're going to do, you have a routine, or you know your specific plan that you want to execute in this map, well, we give you the tool to be ready, more efficient when you do so. We started in a high caliber with this feature. We're improving it now, and we're going to use it in the future. We're going to expand on it. We can look forward as to have 2 inputs for a single operator, which means that reworks, new operators can benefit from this feature. When you're playing with a controller with your drones, you can move forward full speed, but whenever you start to input some diagonals in there, you will get a reduction of your speed up to 33%, which means that when you're droning and you're trying to move away from an opponent, you get slowed down a lot. We are removing this limitation so you can have a better experience when droning.
Quality
It
of
will
life
feel
feature
more
for
comfortable
console,
and you
chat.
have more leeway when you try to drone. It will impact all of our drones, be it the regular drone, Mozzie's drone, Twitch drone, Flores drone, Echo drone even. So it will impact all of the controller
It took
players
7
using
years.
drones.
S tier change.
Operators such as Twitch and Echo,
I didn't even know
they
that was
have
a thing, 'cause I don't
high-value
play
gadgets.
console.
They move around, they have a really good impact on the rounds, but it can be hard to navigate with a controller. Removing this will allow them to have a better time, better experience, and have a better impact on the game. All right,
Beautiful.
for this one, I think a little story is going to explain it. Start of the round, you locate the bomb, there's the icon, you know that you're attacking this bomb site. 1 minute inside the round, your teammate falls, drops the diffuser on the floor, and now suddenly you don't remember where the bomb sites are. Well, we've all been there, right? With this change,
Most careful
we're trying
Amaru
to have
player.
both the bombs icon and the diffuser icon, so you know exactly what you have to do. What we have right now is you have 2 bombs icon or a diffuser icon on screen. We are combining those.
That's the
two
longest
together.
Amaru's
If you
ever
discovered
lived.
a bomb site previously, they will always remain visible. They will either be full yellow because you have the diffuser on someone, or they'll be
This is a
black
really nice
because
quality of
you
life
have to
change
get the
too.
diffuser first.
Tuning your loadout to fit
Especially
your
if you're, like,
playstyle
soloing.
is important. And the shooting range is a great place to get your weapon and attachment pairings just right. Game designer Robert Cole is back to detail a new update for the shooting range to help you get everything dialed in.
We are very happy with how the shooting range is functioning right now. But it's true that players struggle to remember which guns and attachments they tested, as well as they cannot compare the recoils of the different weapons. This season, thanks to our amazing Shanghai team, we're introducing a new feature to the shooting range, the shooting records. It will be accessible through the same input as the scoreboard, and it will help players keep track of the different weapons they tested. We hope that this new feature will help players
Pretty
keep
cool.
track of all the different weapons they tested, as well as compare the different recoils of the weapons. Now, as a player, you will be able to find the best loadout that works for you, without having to remember all the different weapons and attachments that you tested.
The team is continuing to expand Siege's accessibility options to
No one
ensure
uses
more
the
members
firing
of
range?
our community can play the way they want
Sometimes
to play.
people do. In the beginning of the
From our
season,
Kyiv
people
studio,
do.
associate producer Jane Gonchar is here to share more
Well, hopefully
on
they
new
keep
team
improving
color
it to the
customization
point
and advanced controller options.
where we can use it consistently. You
We
do
are
use the
very
shooting
excited
range?
about our new update for accessibility. In Season 4, we spot the most
This is
important
nice, too.
objects and gadgets in-game that requires color change. So now your team color preference will be applied to the generic gadgets, CCTV,
Dude, this
drones,
was so
operators,
annoying
gadgets,
before.
and their elite skins. Your team is blue and the opposite team is red by default. But we know for colorblind players, it's harder to distinguish some objects in certain situations, so we brought ability to customize, starting with 3 colors: blue, red, and orange. Your color preference could be
This is so
changed
nice,
and
dude.
applied anytime.
It's
you
so
need it.
annoying,
As a
like right
positive
now, it's like
impact,
you
we
like
expect
drones
players
when they're
to
driving
faster
around,
recognize
everything
who
else, like
owns
it's just
object in-game.
it-
As an
it's just
example,
easier
you're
to
in
see.
an attacker's team, and the opposite team has Mozi. So when you enter the room and you see your drones and it's activated, you see the LEDs working and it's colored on your enemy's team color. That means that enemies hacked your drone and using it at the moment. In year 8, we aim to bring more accessibility options, so we are looking how to expand the list of objects, gadgets, lasers, and even bring more colors to customize.
That's cool. So this is just like an
This is a
intro thing,
process, and
basically.
it's just the beginning. Aiming is an important component for Siege, so later this season, advanced controller options will be available for console and PC players. By default, you won't see any changes to your aim. These options intended for more advanced players, so you need to go enable it in controls
There you go, console
option
players.
menu. You will have the range of settings to tune your aim to get the feel that you're looking for. These options should help controller players to improve their
This is good, but you're too
performance
lazy to
as well
fine-tune
as
it.
general comfort. We'll be listening to the feedback you have on this feature, since our goal is to increase flexibility and comfort for different inputs that we have in the game, so stay tuned.
And finally, you could play Operation Solar Raid on the season test server this week. You could put Solis and your gadget to the test, explore the new Nighthaven Labs map, and get a feel for the new features of Operation Solar Raid.
Almost
Have
so
fun,
annoying.
and be sure to share your feedback on R6Fix. Now, before we go, we have that one more thing just for you. It was born of a collaboration that's close to our heart and sure to make a few new Yana fans happy out there. Here is the new Elite skin for Yana, inspired by Nier Automata.
I'll buy this. This week, test server release, September 6th, live release. What day is the test server coming out? Dude, this season's gonna be sick. This season is gonna be sick. I told you guys. I was excited. I mean, just from all the stuff they announced, I was excited. Throughout the season. What did it say throughout the season? Did it say like two?
Well, there you
season
have it,
events?
ladies and gentlemen. The panel reveal for Solar Ray. I got 4
Tomorrow?
words to sum that up for you, Stokes. Developers, 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 developers. What an excellent presentation there by the Ubisoft team. Things are looking fantastic in the new patch coming up, of course, on the test server this week that you guys can try out. Stokes, tell me your favorite highlight.
It's so hard. I think I have to round it up with this, Blue. They did such a good job of lowering a lot of boundaries that kept people maybe not from improving in Siege, maybe not even getting into Siege in general, making this game more accessible for people where you don't have to sit like me and play the game for 13,000 hours to try and figure something out, like some attachments for some guns, you know, the proper way you want to move around a map or something like that. They've lowered those boundaries and made it to where you have access to that data right off.
And they've been Jeremiah for the 18 months. Hey, old fuck, missed you. Well, thank you, Jeremiah.
This with our new operator especially coming in, you know, get to try out those attachments on that P90 with our new shooting range. And I mean, past that as well, rank 2.0 looking like a lot of fun. So looks like I'm going to have to toss
that was definitely meant to be part of an invite.
Back to what you were talking about with that accessibility access, you know, lowering the barrier of entry to all of those new players that are looking to get a little bit more competitive.
This is a lot of
To
stuff.
the rank system to make excelling forward more rewarding. And
They've
potentially
added
a
so
little bit
much
easier
shit
for
this
some of our
past
newer
year. The dev
players
team
as
has
well.
done great work. They have. They have. Seriously.
Even smaller changes, right? Like the changes to the gun range, being able to switch between your weapons and have a full log of the results from all of your
Honestly,
firing tests, being able to determine the best loadout.
Overall, I'm like really happy with this. Like, this like patch coming. I really am, seriously. I feel like the thing is, a lot of this stuff was supposed to be trickled out through the year, and it's kind of being piled all into this season, which I'm fine with. At least it's here, you know. It's here. That's all that matters. It's here now, right? Like that's it. I'm not gonna lie too. Like, yeah, the new map does look sick. Like everything, I'm pretty happy with just about everything that's coming. I can't think of any of the new changes that I don't like. Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly the way that you wanted it to be, but it's going to be an amazing experience, especially with Solaris coming in.
December 6th is the launch date. Yeah, I mean, listen, this stuff would have been nice previously. Sure. I get it, but I don't know. It's here now, dude, and that's what matters. It is here now. I get level 500 on the battle pass every season anyway.
Now you get to pick your way forward, and even some new changes coming, it seems, later down the line to that as well.
The big thing here as well, for all of my friends at home that have to deal with toxicity and siege, listen, we've heard your...
You just want the Iona skin?
Implemented a reputation system, and let me tell you,
You want a Dokkaebi Sailor Moon skin?
No more toxic teammates. We can get them combat. We can do a bunch of different stuff.
That'll actually be nice too, man. I'm not gonna lie. Having the ability to what's it called? To like have that like toxicity bans and stuff like that. That'll actually be pretty huge.
With that said, though, we can move into the closing portion of today's festivities here for the esports part of the stream. Of course, it's time to take a look at each of our groups and take a look how the games went today, and see, of course, how each of these groups are now standing. Stokes, your take up from the games that you were able to peek out here. Your kind of takeaway from day number 1.
Man, really, I'm excited to see how Team Liquid does here. You know, with Lagonas coming in, it looks like they're really firing on all cylinders. I know we use that a lot in commentary, but it's so true when it comes to Team Liquid. But they're in Group D, and that's where we're going to be starting off here with Wolves actually peaking at 5 points. 1 win and 1 win in OT. Quickly followed up by
not bad though. I don't know. I think this is gonna be a really good season. All memeing, joking aside, I honestly think this season's gonna be crazy. I do. Let's see if this works now.
Careful, here it comes. All right, you had your chance. Now we move into Group C, where it's currently a tie in terms of points anyway, between W7M and BDS, who both were able to take victories against their challengers today. So both sitting on 2 regulation victories with 6 points each. Unfortunately, the bottom 2 teams now, Space Station Gaming and Fury, no wins, just outright direct losses for both of them in a very similar round.
For this group, usually you have something like...
I think your teammates can't kill you in prep phase, and they can trap them in corners of the damn they can do it. I hate you so much. I hate you. I actually hate you. Grim, I think Grim does deserve like a 1.5.
Down the line to see what they can do with these next 2 days.
On to Group B, of course, where once again things remained very, very interesting, but still very dominant for the top 2 teams here. Much like Group C, Team Liquid and TSM topping things out with 2 regulation victories at 6 points each, and of course some great round differentials along the way too. +8 for Team Liquid, +4 for TSM. Heroic and Sandbox unfortunately losing both of their games today inside of regulation, and as such still sitting on a 0-point game.
Yeah, pretty sad stuff, but again, luckily still 2 days to go, so they can right.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think this new season's gonna be sick. I do. I mean, I've been playing the game for 7 years, and I can't think of an update that was like this impactful personally.
They're back, marshmallows and Molotovs, able to take Group A for the day, not for the entire event just yet. They will be leading this pack in tow with 3 points. Black Dragons.
Right. That's a key thing too, right? If everything gets deployed smoothly, it'll be crazy good.
I think though this group is, once again, much like a few of our other groups, is really still open for the taking, and that's the message to take home about Group A here today, is if M&M is able to fall off, we see them have a bad day on day number 2 coming up tomorrow, then we could very easily see them get overtaken by one of the other teams, especially the team sitting in second place right now with 3 points. However, that closes things down for today, shifts our focus over towards tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule.
We'll see.
Tomorrow we'll be starting the day off, of course, with Cyclops going up against the Sonics. We'll see the Wolves go up. Oh no, that confusing matchup. I hope I'm not on that one. It's going to be the dual Wolves game as the Dire Wolves take on the Wolves. We'll have TSM going up against Team Liquid to follow that.
Yep.
W7M against BDS. We'll move back over to
The test server is starting tomorrow. I'm gonna be grinding the test server. Hopefully, like the test server like doesn't die super fast. It almost always does, but
the game I'm the most excited for, I was kind of alluring this earlier when we were talking about kind of some of the groups. TSM and Liquid, when we were talking about things originally when we were over on the B stream, that is the game that I am excited for. I want to see what these two squads can do up against each other. But let's see what's going on over on the other stream, shall we? It's going to be M&M versus Black Dragons, followed up by FaZe versus Mirage, Sandbox versus Heroic, Fury versus SS.
all right, chat. I think I'm gonna take a nap. I was thinking about streaming through the whole day, but I'm pretty sleepy. So thank you very much again to Ubisoft for sponsoring the co-stream for us today to let us watch this together. Very much appreciate them for doing that and letting us have drops as well during the whole thing. I am seriously excited for the season, so I'm gonna take a nap for a little bit, and I'll be back on tonight, and we'll play some ranked, and tomorrow we'll grind the test server. So okay, take it easy, chat. See you guys tomorrow or later today. I'm used to saying tomorrow, but. Don't forget to check out, there's a Twitch panel below, more info, there's all the socials and stuff. See you guys in a bit.